Morning, everyone. I think it's Monday. Yeah, Monday, April the 6th. At Nesbitt's Island Coffee, 1995 Island Highway, Campbell River. Just everybody's well, itching to get back to work. Just a quick clarification. I think yesterday I mentioned that Nanaimo was producing a paper that was used by 3M for their N95 masks, and that's not correct. The paper they produce is used for gowns and aprons sort of thing, and other surgical masks and other medical equipment. So just want to clarify that. What I'll do is I'll put a link to a newspaper article about that, so it's, you can check that through. It's actually Harmac in Nanaimo. And the other thing, I'm going to, I noticed Dr. Tan doing her backtrack on masks today. And so there's three things now that we know that our authorities are sort of acknowledging. And this was available a long time ago, but they fall behind their science data, and they said they couldn't sort of acknowledge it. Number one, it is the coronavirus, or the waltzing with Wuhan, as I call it, can be transmitted by someone not showing symptoms. It is aerosol. That means you can get it through the air in a enclosed room, in a shopping center, and some estimates are it will last in the air for 30 minutes, approximately 30 minutes. And cloth masks do prevent some of that transaction from happening, provided they're made the right way. So it's interesting now, if you think if we would have had people wearing masks from way back, day one, how many would we have to close the country down like we have? See, I really think that if we don't get our economy back on the rails, we're toast. We can hang in there for 2 or 3 years, but I mean, the average business isn't going to do that. And what's the point to treading water for 2 to 3 years? When you're in business to sort of have things rolling and keep moving. Growth is more, it's the old idea. You've got to keep growing. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Dr. Shiva. I'll put a link to one of his videos in the comments as well. So there'll be two links, one to that newspaper article about the Harmac Nanaimo and one about Dr. Shiva. Because I'm thinking, if in general the statistics say, and I think some people say it might be a higher ratio, but let's say 80% of the population who get this are going to have some mild discomfort, maybe more than a mild discomfort, but they're going to get through it. They're not going to die. 20% of the population who gets the disease are going to need medical assistance. And 5% of those maybe are going to need ventilators. And some of those will be in intensive care. And that's not a fun thing when you think about it. And the danger is that if everybody gets sick at the wrong time, that 20%, it was as shown in Wuhan, shown in Italy, shown in Spain, shown in New York, your hospital systems can't handle it. There's not enough medical teams and not enough ventilators, and everything goes screwy. So the idea is to keep people, the disease, just sort of those getting infected who are serious, as low as possible. And the only way they can do that right now is everybody stay home. And that makes sense. If you got diabetes, sugar diabetes, you got high blood pressure, you're compromised already, stay home. You don't want to get this. But the other thing is, if 80% are going to get it and feel all right, how many people have got it already and are back rocking and rolling? So we want to know who those people are. And the only way we find out is testing. And like I said yesterday, we haven't tested 1% in British Columbia. Maybe over the weekend that number's gone up a little bit, but I think it was 0.95 or 96% yesterday when I last looked from the last, maybe April 2nd report. So if we tested people, we know who's good to go. We could get this thing back on the rails. And to me, that's just logical. Makes sense. You can't keep a country shut down. On CBC News World, again, they're talking, with Doug Ford in a panic that maybe 18 months, 2 years. I mean, that's crazy. You cannot keep an economy shut down for that long. Somebody just getting ready for elementary school could figure that out. So I think we have to sort of really get on the rails. So look at Dr. Shiva. And I'm not going to say anything about him. I've watched him for a while now. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. And I know I've talked to some people about the Agenda 21, the Agenda 30, the New World Order sort of thing, the one world government. Some of you people who will be watching this, we've discussed this in person. But take a look at Dr. Shiva and keep safe, keep happy, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.